Well, hello again. This is Pastor Kevin O'Connor, and you have tuned in to the Reformed Review. I have a neat little study Bible that was given to me by a couple that comes to church here, and it is the Ryrie Study Bible. This is the NASB in red letter by Moody Press. This is a black, soft touch imitation leather. It is indexed, which is very helpful. Um, it is, as it said, a red letter text. Now, it has a neat design on the cover. It's looks like an embossed cross. Looks like it has tool lines. It's probably all stamped into the imitation leather, but they did a good job. On the back, it has 2 Timothy 3:16, all scripture is inspired by God and profitable for teaching, for reproof, and for correction, for training in righteousness. Uh, Love that verse. Love that they put it on this Bible. I just wanted to review this one really quickly. You can still get the Ryrie Study Bible. This is, I believe, the 2012 copyrighted edition. It is a paste down liner. It is synthetic. Uh, Obviously, if it's a synthetic cover, it's a synthetic liner. You got several cardstock. You got a pretty neat uh, presentation page. I like how they have made the color differential on the edge there to kind of give it that old world look. You have your presentation page. It says Ryrie Study Bible, New American Standard Bible. You have your copyright page, and then even this one has all the different editions or covers that you can get this in. You have your table of contents, and this actually has quite a bit of contents at the front of the Bible. You have a list of charts and maps and illustrations. You have your acknowledgments. You have how to use this Bible, introducing this study Bible. You get a foreword. You have a preface to the New American Standard Bible, principles of the translation. You have an explanation of general formats, abbreviations, table of weights and measures, and then you have a Bible reading plan, 1 year Bible reading plan. And then you also have a chronological order of the books of the Bible, and you can look at that. They did fairly well at setting this Bible up. You have a classification for Old Testament books, abbreviations for the books of the Bible, and then you have your introduction to the Old Testament, collecting of the books. You have the Old Testament, and then you have your introduction to the book of Genesis. Now, this is fairly brief. It's just 2 pages, so you have one page and then another, and you have a small timeline, and then you get right into the text. Now, the text is double column format with references in the middle, and a double column format on the notes, which is very, very helpful. The font size on this is fairly good. It is a 9-point font in the text and a 7-point font in the commentary. I have not done a lot. As you can see, I started to read through Genesis in this one. I'm reading through it slowly. I haven't gotten much time with this one. I want to see if there is anything in between the testaments. This is really good, if really nice feeling paper. It's not the most opaque paper, but I don't think they wanted it to be. I think it's meant to be a little bit plain like that, given they're trying to give it some kind of old world look. But I do want to get to the red letter, but I wanted to get to the New Testament and see if there's anything in between the testaments. And it looks like there is quite a bit of material for the in between the testaments. You have a summary of the in between the testament, give you the Persian supremacy, Alexander the Great, Judea under Ptolemies, Judea under the Seleucids, the Maccabees, Rome. Gives you quite a bit of information. You have the Apocrypha laid out here, gives you some understanding of what those books are. a map of the Maccabean revolt, and then the harmony of the Gospels, getting you ready for the New Testament. And then a little bit more, gives you an introduction to the New Testament, the books of the New Testament, gives you another graph of the text of the New Testament, political background of the New Testament, Palestine in the time of Rome. Then it has the miracles of Jesus and the prophecies of messianic prophecies right here. You have an introduction to the Gospels. You have a comparison of the four Gospels and the words of Christ in the four Gospels. I want to quickly turn to Matthew. We begin the New Testament again. This one actually has 3-page introduction, which is a little bigger. But again, you have your double column format with the references in the middle. And then you have your double column format for your commentary. I want to get to the red letters because it isn't bad. It's not the brightest, but with this shade of paper, with the somewhat dullness of the font in black, it matches fairly well. I would like the font, the black, to be more bold, and I would like the red to be a little more bold. But it's a neat little Bible. I have not spent a bunch of time in it. There is, at the back of this Bible, though, you have quite a bit of extra biblical material. So you have an index to principles or principal subjects and notes. Okay, so you have that index. And then you have a synopsis of Bible doctrine by Charles C. Ryrie, Doctrine of the Scriptures. And this is a fairly large segment at the back of this Bible, which is very useful, especially if you want to compare it to other church confessions or even, your denomination's statement of faith and beliefs. You have the inspiration of the Bible, how we look at that, understanding the Bible, how we got our Bible, meaning and blessing of salvation. You have archaeology and the Bible, some benefits of Christ's death. There's just tons of extra biblical material back here. You have a brief survey of church history, which is pretty neat and useful for, especially, I think, in my opinion, there's just not enough of everyday, the lay person in church just has no idea, for the most part, about church history. So this section on church history would be very useful for the lay person to have an idea of the different expressions of the Christian faith throughout history. I apologize, I hit my camera there. Then you have a topical index of the Bible, which is also another very thorough index that they give you. I don't know if it has a concordance, and I guess I just answered my question because you do have one, the New American Standard Concordance, and it is pretty big. You have 3-column format, so it always gives you plenty of room to put lots and lots of verse references in there. And once you're done with that, it looks like you have several pages for, several blank pages, and these are Bible paper pages. They're not cardstock. So you have several pages for notes, and then you get right into the Moody maps at the back of here. They are full-page maps. This one looks like one whole map. They are numbered, so we don't have to count them, which is great. You have 12 maps in the back to a couple pieces of cardstock, and then your liner, which is synthetic. Now, it does appear to have reinforcement tape on here, so this may last quite a little while for a paste down liner. It may hold up pretty good. You'll notice there's no edge gilting on the pages. That's because this is a low-end Bible. This is just a paste down synthetic liner. You're not getting a lot of frills. Now, some Bible manufacturers like the CSB is when you get the synthetic leather, you're still going to have gilded edges and things like that. So, and I know even the MacArthur one that I have is, and I'll review it later. My MacArthur Study Bible is a leather touch, but it has 36 GSM Bible paper. It has gilded edges, and it's just a little more than this is. But I enjoy this Bible. I haven't gotten to read it as much as I have read some of the others that are on my shelf, but I do look forward to getting into this one. Plus, I like the NASB, and I'm not overly, I haven't read it overly any more than I've read, say, the NIV over the last 10 years. I haven't gotten into the NASB as much, but I have been since I've gotten my goat skin single column reference NASB, and I've enjoyed it immensely. So I think that I'll like this Bible. I've only did minor research into who Ryrie was and what he believed. For the most part, I think I'll like this Bible. I'll probably disagree with some of the commentary, but overall, if you're looking for a pretty good study Bible, I would recommend this one. The parts that I read in Genesis were very good. I didn't disagree with any of the notes in Genesis 1. I thought it was very well done. So I would recommend that you go out and get a Ryrie Study Bible. If you've been looking for one, this exact one, just really nice for a soft touch imitation leather. It feels really good. It's very well made, Smithsonian binding. It's well worth what they ask for them. I don't think they ask too much for them, $30, $40 for this low-end Bible. Go out and check this out, and if you like it, hopefully it's a Bible that you like. It's one that you'll read, because that's the best Bible, the one that you will read. God bless you. We'll see you next time.